Oh man, do I have to talk about this? Do I have to get political today? I really don't want to, but before I do, welcome to episode 25, bonus, a little extension of last night episode. But before I do now, I gotta lighten up the mood. Let's start off on some fun vibes, man. I gotta do an encore for my boy Ray J because my dumb ass cut the song off at the wrong time. The best part of the song, I cut it off and then I went into the intro. I was not on my game last night. Where's my sound button?
Fuck are you doing? Are you professional or not?
Man, let's do this right.
If I had one wish, we would be best friends. Love would never end. It would just begin. If I had one wish, you would be my boo. Promise to love you. Trust me, I'll trust you. If I had one wish, we would run away. Make love all day. Have us a baby. One wish, make you my whole life.
That's more like it. I cut it off on the best part. Man, I was doing so much prep yesterday, and I was procrastinating, so I crashed hours of prepping and then setting up the cameras, and I was like, man, I was a little off last night. I ain't gonna lie. I look back, I was like, man, I was forgetting stuff to talk about, so I'm gonna do a couple of cleanup topics here, some stuff that I missed. Before I get into the main topic of this bonus podcast, which will be Kendrick Lamar's controversial performance at Glastonbury or somewhere foreign. And a lot of questions are coming up. Is he mocking Jesus, Christianity, the whole, obviously he's for women's rights. So we're going to talk about that, my thoughts on the Roe versus Wade. I really don't want to get political on here, y'all, but my boy Kendrick involved, so I got to talk about it. But first, I'm gonna get to Kendrick later. But first, I got to talk about this wardrobe. But I'm worried about you, Kendrick, man. I'm worried about you, man. What is this? That's that rich hobo look. I've been questioning something. I've been kind of letting it slide, but in my mind, I'm like, what is going on with Kendrick? What was that white outfit he had with it looked like he had a bonnet? I don't know. Kendrick, we gotta talk, man. We gotta talk. Just put you on a t-shirt and some Reeboks or something, man. What are we doing? But yeah, Kendrick's gonna be a fashion icon, I guess. But I'm gonna get to him later in the video. Also, I'm gonna talk about my head is blocking out the way, but Kevin Gates, I was supposed to talk about him last night too. He was supposed to be a part of the podcast, and I didn't get to his album because I was running out of time. I didn't want it to go over an hour. But he's going to be a part of this bonus pod today. I'll be talking about him as well. But quick news. Let's talk about it. R.Kelly has officially been sentenced to 30 years in jail. It's over for him. I already knew it was over for him, but it's officially over for him now. Anything y'all want to say about it? I've spoke my piece on R. Kelly. There's nothing else to say. It's over. It's a wrap. I'll still listen to your music, because like I said, I keep the art from the actual person, which kind of ties into what I have to say about Kendrick today. But yeah, R. Kelly, 30 years, it's official. So yeah, ain't no way he getting out of that. But that's just quick news. Also, I wanted to wrap up things on the BET Awards. One thing I did mess with the Diddy acceptance speech or whatever, and there was I don't know if it's really a big deal. He's with what's it, Young Miami or whatever her name is, and she was in the crowd cheering him on. She had a sign called "Go Poppy" or something like that, and in his speech, he thanked all the people that, basically went through it with him in the dark times, including his wife who had passed away, of course. So I didn't see an issue with that, but he did thank Cassie. So a lot of people are asking, like, okay, you thinking your ex-girlfriend while your current girlfriend is in the audience. I don't know. Maybe you should have left her out, man. It is kind of a little disrespectful, but I don't know how important Cassie was to Diddy. But as far as his wife, of course she's an important part of his life. Has kids with him, all that stuff like that. So I didn't have a problem with him bringing her up. I don't know if he should have brought Cassie up. That's where I'll leave that at. But those just some couple tidbits that I forgot about when I was talking about the BET Awards last night. But before I get into these main topics here, make sure y'all catch last night's episode. I talked about the BET Awards, performances, and award winners. Omarion versus Mario. And also the undercard with Ray J. We had to have a moment of silence and a tribute for Ray J because I don't know. Ray J might be a legend, man. Ray J might be a legend, but he bombed last night. Not last night, but when the verses happened or whatnot. Drake, honestly, never mind. My second thoughts on that. My first impression was not so good, but I've grown towards the album. So if y'all want to hear my thoughts on that, check that out. And of course, Logic's Vinyl Days. I also gave my review of that at the end of the show. But let's go ahead and get into today's topic, shall we? So, let's give a quick review of Kevin Gates' Khaza. Man, I gotta be honest. It was just so much music dropping during that time. This drop, Logic drop, I think Lupe Fiasco dropped last week too. I gotta look into that album. It's just a lot of music, a lot of people gaming the system, doing these 30, 20 track albums. It's just a lot to process. So it was a little hard to prepare for, this podcast with all the music that's coming out. And then the Drake as well too. So, going back to him, but yeah, I meant to give him a quick review last night. This is not going to be in depth. Just some of the project that I did like. At first, I was gonna write this off because I was just like, I don't know. It just seemed like he being very descriptive with sexual intercourse, if you know what I mean. A lot of those songs are like that. But I say that the first half of this album, man, like I said, I got to listen to it some more because it's very long. I just haven't had time to keep going back to it. But today, it's starting to hit. It's starting to hit. My favorite song, I played it last night on the pre-show. Body, that's my jam. Bad for Me, Steppin', Mine, Scars. Then after that, right now, those are the ones that I go to. But I'm pretty sure with more listens, I will definitely like this album. But overall, I say give it a listen, man. It's a bop. You want to turn up? It's definitely some good music on here as well. But Gates is a little vulnerable on here as well. I like there's one song on here where I guess he's supposed to be crying. It was kind of funny, but anyway. So let's talk about that freestyle he put out before the album. He came in hot with that. Was it Super General freestyle? I don't know if it was. I guess it was directed towards Drika. They're having problems or something like that. She's seeing her fitness trainer on the side or something like that. I'm not sure what type of relationship they have. And then the most newsworthy part of the song was when he got to Beyonce. I think he said he wanted to have some type of threesome or something with him, and he said he wanted to. It wasn't Lotto. It was somebody else. I can't remember the other girl. Can't remember. I don't know these thoughts, man. I don't know, but some other IG model, I guess. I can't remember her name. But I know he said something. He wanted to do something with Beyonce or something like that. And next thing you know, he canceled like a show or some type of appearance in Houston, Texas. Hey, but anyway, yeah, Super General. If y'all haven't checked that out, that freestyle is dope too. That's pretty much all I have to say on Big General here. Kevin Gates, stop hitting your microphone. But anyway, let's talk about this Kendrick, man. Where should I start? Well, let's just, I'm gonna show y'all this clip right here. This is a little bit of his performance, and he did the song Savior. This is just a small part of it. Set. This is the video that's being played across YouTube that I've seen anyway. And of course, he's wearing that crown, the Jesus crown, around his head. He's been doing that ever since the album came. It's on his album cover, but for some reason, people are bothered because I'm like, he's wearing like it's like diamonds in his crown or something. It's supposed to be like 1.5 million. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I just like. He's been wearing that since the album came out, and nobody has said nothing until now. I'm just going off what I've seen in the comments today, and I don't know. I think some people got it misconstrued, and I'm talking about as far as the mocking the Christianity. I'm just looking at what he said before he went into the song. So let's go into it.
I wear this as a representation so you'll never forget one of the greatest prophets that ever walked the earth. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights, they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for Jesus Christ, they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights, they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights, they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights, they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights, they judge.
Hey, I'm pretty sure that was a powerful performance. I haven't looked at the whole thing yet, but that's just what I've seen. But yeah, as far as a live performance, Kendrick has got it, man. But let's talk about this whole religion thing. So, I'm trying to tread it real carefully because people get butthurt. I don't think he was trying to mock Jesus or anything like that. Of course, before he went into the song, he said this is a representation of, of Jesus. And, we represent Jesus. So if you judge me, you judge Christ. And the only thing with Kendrick is I'm a little confused about what he believes. Because let's go a little bit deeper here. If we go back to Damn, he had a song on there, I think it's the second or third song, and he says, I'm an Israelite, don't call me black no more, the word is only a color, it ain't facts no more, my cousin. Let me stop, I'll get into the whole song. But so he pronounced himself as a Hebrew Israelite. And from my understanding, I believe, there are different sects as far as that, that belief. But the general consensus, as far as I know, is that Hebrew Israelites don't even really believe in the notion that there was a Jesus Christ. They believe Jesus was just a human, or non-existent at all. But they believe the higher power as far as God. So I'm a little confused, but then again, I'm not just deep into Hebrew Israelite like that. I know a couple, and they're like hardcore Old Testament. They're not really on the New Testament like that. So I don't know. I'm just a little confused about what Kendrick believes, because he didn't really preach it that hard on this album. Of course, he was talking about God and that theme of I'm not your savior, I'm not your savior. But from the comments that I was reading and some of the under the videos that people think Kendrick is Jesus and he's mocking God. I don't think that's the question. I mean, what's going on here, but I am a little confused about what Kendrick believes. And also he talked about a lot of like issues like I guess being trans and stuff. Like my auntie is a man now, that song. So I'm surprised, how he was, I guess so open and so welcoming to, I guess gay people, trans, or lesbians or whatnot. Because like I said, those Hebrew Israelites, some of them are hardcore. They don't like that at all. But he seems very welcoming of it, and understanding. And also the women's rights thing. So let's talk about that. Do I believe, as far as the women's right, what side am I on? I do believe that women have rights over their bodies. That's what I believe. God gave us free will, did he not? Now, is that free will necessarily something that might be good for you? That if y'all ever heard the saying, everything is permitted, but not expedient. That's another question. But, I think we have free will. We do what we want to do with that free will now. But at the same time, I think abortion, like when I think about it, you're getting rid of a person, really. I guess at the point when it's a fetus, and that's a whole nother ordeal. So that's why I say I really don't want to get too deep into this. This is not a political podcast, man. I'm just telling y'all how I'm thinking. But yeah, as far as not adoption, but I'm gonna get into that. But as far as abortion goes, I think this: even if a man and a woman are irresponsible, if they had that baby irresponsibly, I think they should keep it. Now, you could put it up for adoption if you don't want him, or him or her. But when it comes to like sexual assault, that's a different question. Now that one I can understand if the woman didn't want to keep it. But once again, adoption is another option. But as far as the right of the woman, yeah, she can do whatever she wants. It's her body, Definitely if the man doesn't want it as well. So I can see if the dude want it. So let me get a little personal here. So my father told me a story one time of with him and my mother when I was, when I was in the womb. And I was very surprised at this. And he told me she was thinking about, doing, what. So I could have been a casualty of that. So I think about that sometimes. And, but I remember he told her, if you do this, I'm done with you. And voila, here I am. So, just think about that. But yeah, as far as him believing in women's rights, most people that are pro-choice, you probably think conservative, Republican, Christian beliefs, things like that. And this is another thing that I'm kind of surprised, because once again, if he still claims he's Hebrew Israelite, I would assume that he would be strongly against abortion, but he's for women's rights. Well, he did. I don't know. He just said he for women's rights, but he didn't say he was against abortion. But I'm assuming he doesn't have a problem with abortion. So I'm just a little confused. I need a little bit clarity on what you believe, Kendrick, because it's a little bit contradicting. But I'm not gonna stop listening to his music. He's still my favorite artist. So it is what it is. But dang, man, this damn near turned into a whole nother podcast. So let me go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. I had to kind of teeter-totter around that a little bit. I ain't trying to do the whole thing in the comments. So whatever y'all believe, y'all believe. But yeah. So anyway, that has been the Catch Up episode 25. extended. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything this time. I think I covered everything, y'all. So let me go ahead and close today's show out. And here we go. Thank y'all for joining this extra episode of the Catch Up, episode 25. I'm doing a lot right now. It's practice though. But anyway, what do y'all think about these topics or whatnot? And make sure to like the video. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, push that goddamn button. Hold on. What she said, man. I'm out, y'all. Thanks for joining.